Totally. Well, welcome 2024 first live stream for FlutterFlow, which is pretty cool. What is it? January 11th now? We're already like fully a week into the
No,
year.
going by quick already.
Yep. Dude, 2023 was wildly fast. It went wildly fast,
Agreed.
So
Agreed.
and Will, I mean, this is only your first year. I mean, you just celebrated your first year anniversary at FlutterFlow. So how was it? How was your first year as a employee of an amazing company?
It was great. It was it was pretty awesome. Obviously, so many. We just did our end of year reviews, and it was really nice reflecting on all the stuff that we've done this year. Right,
Yeah.
we've done AI stuff, FFDC. Just it's so many new and innovative things. It's just really exciting. Hit 1 million users. That's a big one, right?
Dude, it's huge. It's huge.
So,
Like,
yes.
who would have thought? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I thought when I did the year in review for 2022,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. I was like, oh man, 350,000 users. Wow. This is crazy to see all of those numbers update and, 1 million users, and like to hit that in 1 year, to double what you had done previously, essentially, in 1 year is just, wild. So, well, this is going to be fun. Live streams for 2024 are going to be lit. They're going to be great.
Nice.
We're going to have a lot of fun. So, there's going to be a lot more teaching, hopefully, a lot more focused on, building out sort of complex use cases. But we thought maybe the first live stream, we should go over some of the updated features. There's some really good ones that are coming out this week. And they're really good because of what they allow you to do. So, Will, I tried, and this is where Will's immense talent is going to come into play. Typically, I will build out most things in FlutterFlow on these live streams, but we released a feature that allows you. We had like record audio, and we had record audio before, but there was no way to actually save that audio file as an MP3 to Firebase or to utilize it in any way beyond a local bits. But our dev team has improved that, and we've implemented the ability to record audio and save it to Firebase or Supabase or wherever, or send it to OpenAI, let's say. And so I wanted to hopefully have Will showcase how to utilize the Whisper API. I know everybody's excited about that. I mean, voice to text is going to be sick. And now you can do it in FlutterFlow without, 1 million custom actions or like code. I think you had one before, and it was like you had to do a pretty good amount of custom code.
Yeah, it was a Dart package. It wasn't even,
Yeah.
we weren't even using the Whisper API.
Yeah.
It was kind of crazy there.
Yep. So I was wondering, I mean, if you wanted to sort of showcase how to do that, we also have some new animation effects that we just released. We have, I put together something. Somebody reached out to me on LinkedIn about how to build a sort of a complex use case. So I sort of got the bare bones of that done. There's a lot of infrastructure you have to actually build up in order to get it to work, but made it work. So just wanted to maybe showcase how to sort of record audio, save audio, and then how you can implement Whisper API or some other open API with the audio recording to maybe voice to text. That would be cool.
Yeah, we can go ahead and get started. I'm actually waiting for the Firebase project to be created, thanks to the auto project creation that we have with FlutterFlow. So hopefully that'll finish up here in a few moments.
Cool. Perfect.
Oh, there we go. It actually just finished. So let me share my screen, and we'll have to strategically hide and show my screen depending on where or when I use the API key. So
should be ready for
that. Awesome. Okay, so here we are. Actually, I'm going to do one quick thing before I share my screen. I'm just going to go into the project and enable storage and some other stuff.
Totally. So obviously, like when you guys set up a Firebase project,
Yep.
implementing and turning on storage, setting your rules, all of those things are very important. You've seen us build live here, and it's like, oh, something's busted. Oh, we didn't deploy the rules, Yeah, like those are all things that are necessary in development. So
Yep.
don't worry about it. And if you plan for that, then you'll be much better off.
Yeah.
Daniel, good to have you on the live stream this morning. Mine moment as well.
Daniel
Um,
posted a new app. He published a new app on the App Store. I don't know what the app was, but he posted
I
that
saw
on
that.
Twitter. Yeah.
I know. I saw that. I was like, "Oh, interesting." Hmm.
All right, let me just finish this up. Yeah, all I'm doing right now is just enabling storage in Firebase and enabling auth as well.
Cool, cool.
Given that we'll be uploading the MP3 somewhere, right? To
Yep.
to be safe, we gotta enable that stuff. So,
Yep.
all right, everything seems to be enabled. So let me share my screen now.
Who's Tom? I like that. We have one live stream about locations and how to utilize Google Maps and stuff. We also, I think we're gonna implement some Google Maps updates.
Hmm,
Uh,
nice.
I mean, I think you had brought that up to the team and
Very nice.
how much we need to actually implement that. So
Okay, let's just deploy these rules here. So that's the big first step is deploying the Firebase storage rules because we're going to be storing the file upload there.
yep.
And then yeah, let's get right into it. So what we're going to do today, ideally, is utilize the Whisper API. So the Whisper API, if you're not familiar, we're going to use the transcribe, not the translate, but the transcribe version,
Yep.
or endpoint, I should say, where we'll record some audio in FlutterFlow, send it off to this API, and return the transcription or the transcript. And of course, you could use that to then again feed it into AI or whatever you need to.
Yep.
But now the feature we're going to be really showcasing, right, is the new upload recorded MP3 in FlutterFlow. It's new. It's in beta right now. It should be released hopefully later today.
Yep.
So that's what we'll be kind of walking you through today. So I'll start with set up the audio recording stuff, the start stop, and then we'll move into uploading the MP3. Then we'll move into passing that into the API. So that's what to
Nice.
expect here.
Very nice.
Awesome. So, all right, we'll start with just a audio recording page. Love that we have the new fix there for the 2 characters.
Oh my gosh, yes, no joke.
And
No
let's
joke.
make it super, super basic. We will keep the column here. I'm going to
Yep.
disable safe mode, and we'll just toss like a conditional builder and do a button and do like a stop and start icon button.
Yeah.
See how it goes here. Yeah, any while I'm putting this together, any like really crazy cool FlutterFlow projects or anything you saw over the past month or so?
I mean, Clay was working on some pretty cool ones. I've been loving just like what Michael is doing with the marketplace and admin panels.
Nice.
Like I think you did this with the expert marketplace as well, like the preview when you create a proposal.
Nice.
And like the preview of that proposal. I'm just really loving that flow, like how to do that. So
Nice.
yeah, I implemented that for an admin panel
That's awesome.
over the break, which was fun.
Nice.
So
All right. Well, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I know Michael's been really working on some improvements here and there. It's funny. As I'm building this, I'm like, what is the like? What does the audio start and stop look like?
yep, yeah, basically just a square,
Right? It's just the square, and then almost needs to be a little bit bigger. But and then would you just do like this for the mic, maybe the record, or would it be something else? You think?
Yeah, we could do that. I think mic for record is perfectly fine.
And this would be a red button, maybe.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, I would say red.
We'll just use air for now.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Cool. All right. So we have 2 buttons and a conditional builder, right? And we'll make a page state to just a Boolean that is recording, right? That way we'll just toggle in between. We'll start it at false and set up the conditional builder here. Again, this should be some pretty basic FlutterFlow building if you're familiar with the platform.
Yep.
Definitely nothing complex. And then we'll go ahead and add an action for now just to update the page state and set the recording to true. There also is that new toggle value that's really nice. So you don't always have to like set it every
Oh my
time.
gosh. Yes.
Do it,
Love
but
it. I love that toggle value.
yeah,
It just helps so much.
for sure. Okay, so we'll make this false. So now we have a true and false, right? So if I were to, I don't know if it will, yeah, it probably wouldn't work if I just did the preview app, but yeah, so when we click the button, it'll set it, the is recording to true, switch to the stop button, and then we're good to go. Now,
Nice.
other thing maybe we want to add is just a basic, area for the transcript to appear. So
Yeah.
let's just add like 300 and 150. I'm not expecting to talk a lot when I do the demo, so do this here. All right.
Ooh, nice border radius. Oh yeah. Nobody's really mentioned that, but the ability to do unified or detached border radii.
So nice.
Yeah, I
It still
really
offers
enjoy
a
it.
lot more customization.
Yeah.
So okay, and then at the column level, let's do like 32. Cool. So again, this is not the best ever, but
Hey,
it'll
it
do,
works.
right?
Yep, it'll do.
Toss a column in here. And it's left. We can keep it centered. Why not? Sure.
And for those of you just joining, we're back up to 50 or so. Building out. Sorry. Woo. We are building out how to utilize the Whisper API with the new record audio and save audio. The record audio action in FlutterFlow now saves it as an MP3. So you're able to utilize that and send it to the API or save it to Firebase or Supabase or MySQL now, which I think there's some limits there, but yeah, it's pretty cool. That one is definitely like one of the highest requested features, MySQL.
Wow.
So, or SQLite.
Yeah. Nice. Okay, so I just am having this conditionally show or hide depending on if we have a transcript set.
Nice.
So
Nice.
we'll also
And
have
that's
that
important so you don't get a gray screen.
big time. Yeah,
Yep.
you don't want any null errors here. We also have some new animations, which we might highlight.
Ooh.
Flip, shimmer, and tint. So
Ooh.
I won't use these yet, but
Dude, flip. Oh,
very
that's so nice.
yeah.
I was building something out, and I was trying to use the card flip, but the
Oh,
card flip sucks, sort of. Like
yeah.
if you
It's
actually
just
want to
hard to
make,
use. Yeah, it's somewhat
yeah,
hard.
like there's
It's
no
just
way to like do an action. Like, anyways, it's
yeah.
hard. So now I can just use the flip. That's awesome. That makes my life so much easier because I was having a hard time implementing yeah. Anyways, it's like a timed quiz app where you have a question and then you
Mhm.
flip the card and you get the answers or the options, And so the timer was just going with the page, and I want it to go when you like tap the answer, or tap the question at the beginning.
Yeah.
So
All right, so we've got the basic setup here. We built our
Sick.
basic page. Now we're actually going to add the audio recording functionality and the upload functionality as well.
Yep.
So here we are, right? We'll start with the recording button, and I'm going to name these as well, so everybody's.
I love naming the layers. It's the best.
Recording button and what? Stop. Oh, I guess it should be record button.
Once we get like the ability to like visualize documentation of a
Crazy.
page, yeah, that is something that Abel and I have talked about numerous times. But just like as you're working with others, right? When you're collaboratively working, sometimes it's nice. You go to a page and somebody else worked on it. You don't know what works, how it works. You have to really dive into the page itself to see, oh, okay, this is how they set it up or why they set it up. And if you could just we have documentation already. If you could just visualize all the documentation on the page in a very succinct way, it would be amazing. So And maybe even like view the activity of the page. What? We have the activity. So viewing like the history of the page would be sick.
Yeah, agreed.
There's some fun stuff happening.
Yeah, the team's growing pretty fast. If you're interested in working for FlutterFlow, we have several career opportunities and openings. So definitely go check out the FlutterFlow careers page too, as we continue to scale the
Yeah.
team. So
Yep.
I just added this fun little timer as well. So when you press record, it'll show the timer and then how long you've been recording.
Yeah.
Super basic stuff. Okay, so let's click on the record button and we need to start the recording. So we're going to search for start audio recording. We'll name this audio recording.
Nice.
And then we also need to stop it. So let's go over to the stop button. Oops, stop button. Love how we added this option. You don't always have to click on the conditional builder and toggle here. You just click the eyes. And this is for everything, right? So you can see that. So nice. I might hide that for now. So yeah, the stop button to stop audio recording. Select that one.
Nice.
Okay. This is completed audio recording. That's a UI thing that we might need to, I'm just realizing might need to look at because it might be a bit confusing. Oh, no, I guess it's clear. Like this is the name of the audio recording.
Yep.
Versus this is the name of the audio output.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Well, it's a good thing. It's a good note to make here.
Yeah.
You know, you're doing this. You need that. You need to stop the recording of the action output.
Yeah.
So
nice. So at this point, now we have a start and a stop recording. So great. Like we're storing this. We have this recording, but now we got to do something with it, right? And in order to pass it into the Whisper API, I believe the Whisper API to date doesn't accept bytes. So you actually have to upload it to somewhere and pass in a URL. So what we can do there is use actually I've never used this before, so we'll see how it works. Again, it's brand new. We'll be launching later today. Is the upload audio action. So
cool.
I don't know if it's here or
audio MP3
audio. I don't know if there's a specific option we have to select. Maybe it's media.
Yeah, upload media, I think.
Let's see here.
Wait, I thought you had it before.
Well, it didn't allow me to select the specific media or the MP3.
Ah, interesting. Maybe it is the save file.
Well, we'll see here. So there's a store file for upload.
Yeah.
Technically, this is the file. Again, this is our first time ever interacting with or using this action. So
yeah, totally.
Let me see if there's anything else. I know it's supposed to be in beta. Again, I haven't used it yet.
Yeah. Hey, this is the best when you haven't touched it. You're just doing it live. It's the best.
All right, we'll see here. Would it be upload data? Oh, is there something for stop? No, you've already stopped it.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's automatically uploaded. Let's see here. Previously, you could select a local file for upload. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. There was an option here where you could select the specific file you wanted to upload.
Yeah. Shevik slacked me. Do we have Firebase turned on in the project? You do have that, right?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
We also have storage enabled.
We have storage enabled.
Got storage enabled here.
Yeah.
No Firebase records. Do I need to create something in Firebase? Like user?
Probably. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that, right?
Maybe
we'll say users. Oh yeah, that's it. You have to have a user collection. So go actually in order to upload stuff, you have to have a user collection.
Because you need the folder to upload yes.
Yep.
Okay.
That's a good point. Yep. And you may have to select the user collection as well. Like in the settings of Firebase, We may have to like say, all right, we have a user collection. Perfect.
Nice. There we go. All right, look at that learning. So I'm I'm generating the configuration files here. So just generated those. Forgot to do that for Firebase, and we also added users collection.
Yep.
The reason Andrew, that's a great point. The reason we need the users collection are for the storage rules, actually. So if I go back to Firebase, you'll notice we're actually uploading, like the user will be uploading the data within their user folder. From a permissions perspective.
And we'll need auth set up as well.
Yep.
It's another thing. We may not have that enabled. There you go. Yep. And then we'll get the ability to, select nice. if you go to your backend and you can select, we'll have to select the user collection. So so go to backend and then go to settings. Yeah.
Is it
all right, cool. Yep, you're good.
Nice.
Just deploy those rules and we should be fire.
I'll deploy those in just a second. So, okay, let's try that. Oh, okay, so there we go. Now we get the Firebase option. That's what we were looking for.
Thanks. Shout out. Thanks for coming through, my guy.
And now I'm assuming it's uploaded file. Let's give it a shot here.
Yep.
Completed audio recording. No. Hold up. Upload. Make sure.
He said it should be the upload file.
Okay. Yeah. We got Firebase.
Yeah.
We have. Well, it wouldn't be audio.
It could be in widget state, is what he was saying. So if you do that, completed audio recording.
Very nice. Okay, so that's a good UI thing to keep in mind.
Yep.
Technically, there's an action output for that audio recording, right?
Yep.
Which is the MP3. So this specifically you would use when you want to play back the audio recording.
Yep.
So if we were going to add the audio player into the page, you would use the completed audio recording audio, right?
Yep.
Via this icon, you'll notice that, versus we want the bytes to actually upload to Firebase. So we're going to use the widget state here, which is the icon here. Nice.
Yep. Sweet.
Okay. So we have the uploaded audio path now, right? I'm going to click show snack bar. That way we can just see whether it's being uploaded or not. So now we've successfully stopped the recording, and successfully uploaded it to Firebase. So now the important part, right? We need to actually send this to the Whisper API. Right?
Yeah.
So
I'm excited for this. I've wanted this in so many apps.
No, this is I think this will be really exciting too, as there's other audio options, right, available in the AI space. So I'm going to pull up the Whisper API docs really quick in another page, but hopefully you can still see my FlutterFlow page.
We still see FlutterFlow.
Perfect. So I'm just going to copy this stuff over. So I'm going to create a new API call, just a single call, Whisper API. But you'd probably call this, like transcripts or get transcript, something like that.
Dave, here I'm gonna respond to one question on the chat. So Dave, how to make the status bar in an app transparent? If you turn off safe area in your pages, then that status bar, which is a safe area, right now it showcases the page background color. If you turn that safe area off, the status bar will be transparent. So easy fix. Just whatever page you're on, turn safe area off. Be careful, right? You have to provide some more padding to that area, because we're not automatically assigning area or space to that area, but that's how you do it. So
nice. One thing I did notice was this might be a FlutterFlow bug. The little indicators here are off the page. I'm not zoomed in.
Huh. Oh yeah, I have seen that. Sorry, I apologize. I've seen that green like snack bar just laying down there, just like hanging out. but the snack bars still come up for me. It's just like maybe we,
Oh, it's not going down far enough or
yeah,
something.
maybe it's not going down far enough,
That's a good point. Okay, so now we need to add. So the way we would set up the Whisper API, obviously your basic headers. This is your typical kind of OpenAI route. Basic headers. Just the note here is the content type. We're going to be doing a multi-part content type, a post request as well. So if we go to the body, we would select multi-part with file, and this is going to be a audio path.
Nice.
Oh, it's going to be from variable, actually.
Okay.
So we're going to name that file. And then the next one is going to be model, and it's going to be whisper-1. So do that here.
Okay.
I'm going to set it to specific value because that's not going to be changing for now.
Yep. All right. Very nice.
We've
This
got
is super helpful because you're much more savvy on the APIs than I am. I didn't even know how to go about this, so
hey,
I'm
it's just,
learning.
reading the documentation and watching tutorials, right?
Nobody wants to do that.
That's
Nobody has
how
time to do that.
so okay, I think we've got everything set up. In this case, the transcript that's returned, or the JSON, is just has one field and it's just text. So I'm gonna add that ahead
Cool.
of time instead of testing here.
Yep.
And we'll just do trans. This is going to be a string. I love that we can. I have to, yeah, it's all right. I love that you can do this now, though. You don't always have to test. Like, you can just add things. Also, the parses data type, so helpful. So
yeah, dude, that's
like
sick.
doc references and stuff like that. You just pass it as a data type rather than having to write a custom function or something.
I love that.
Okay, so we have the Whisper API.
I have also new. Sorry, that parses data type is new because I'm creating graphics for it in the email.
Nice.
So we've had it. I think it's been in FlutterFlow for a month or so.
Yeah.
But if you haven't been around in FlutterFlow, that is new. So just a thought, or just a little promo.
Nice. Yeah. So I haven't added my API key. I'll go do that in a moment. Just want to finish or close the loop here. So
cool.
Let's go back to our stop button. And after we stop, right, upload file to Firebase. And you could definitely come up with a better UI, right? Let's keep in mind we're not focusing purely on the UI here. You probably would want like a loading state or something.
Totally.
But we upload to Firebase, and let's do API call, Whisper, and then we're going to pass in the path here. So should be completed, or what is it? Uploaded file URL. That's the one we want, right? So uploaded file URL, we just uploaded it here, right? So uploaded file URL. And then this is going to be the transcript.
Nice.
Let's do like probably better naming convention out there, but whoops, can't spell. There we go. So now we have the API call, and if successful, we're just going to update the page state and add the transcript. So here we go.
And guys, thank you so much for commenting. We'll respond to some comments in a little bit when we're waiting for test mode to sort of get up and,
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's also all these new options for API calls. So you can see all of these here. Not all of them are new, but like as data type, the raw body text, I believe, is new. So yeah, some of these are really nice. So we'll do JSON body as well as this, right? There's two data type, JSON path and predefined path. So all options here.
Nice.
Okay, so I think that's everything. I'm just going to add a little snack bar.
Yep. Love snack bars.
We want to make sure we're good here.
Yep.
Make a basic one. Okay.
For some reason, the styling, the color of that text is still black for some reason on that snack bar.
Really?
Yeah. It doesn't it doesn't like retain the styling, the
Interesting.
total text style on snack bars. I think it's a
Interesting.
bug.
Got it.
Probably need to adjust that.
Got it. All
Yep.
right, so I'm going to stop sharing, and I'm actually gonna add my API call and then start the test mode.
Okay. Cool.
So we can
All
answer.
good. We have some questions here. So let's see. FlutterFlow, could you please show off how to use the recording, for example, for a chat app to be able to play back the audio? Yeah, we can send audio messages now. You could, in a chat app, you could just record,
Mm-hmm.
send. That is sick. We can do that, Eli. We can do that. It won't be on this stream probably, or it depends. But yeah, we could totally do that. We could even implement that in your flow, in the chat flow. What? You guys could have it. And then this one, best way to keep desktop view and mobile view different. Like when I'm building it, I want it to look different. So this is something I've tried to, I don't know, like responsive building in FlutterFlow is great in one sense. And in another sense, it could be improved. And the way it could be improved, I think, is there's two different models, right? There's the model of Framer, where you have three different views, and then whatever you do on those three different views is what exists for that viewport. So mobile, tablet, desktop, separate. Or Webflow, which is, and I mention these platforms just because these are these UI constructs that are also have implications for user experience, where you drag stuff on a screen and then you toggle through the screen sizes and you still see the same content. You can adjust the styling for that screen size, and then it, adjusts just for that screen size. Ideally, that's where we go. We are able to adjust styling for the specific screen size. But right now we don't have either of those. We have the ability to view stuff on all of those screen sizes, but if you want to show specific content to on a screen size, you would have to use like a conditional builder. We do have the responsive visibility, right? You can easily show hide stuff on any viewport size. You can change the viewport sizes if you want. But what we did for Wrapped, right? We did the Wrapped website all in FlutterFlow, and I utilized three different views for the three different viewports because I was using a bento grid, and it was it's hard to do that when you want it bento style. All right, you can't just do a grid view. So what I did was I used three different views in the conditional builder, adjusted the design and size of stuff, utilized components for each of those grids. So
Nice.
I could just adjust I had, 6 blocks. Those 6 blocks were components. And all I did in each of those three views was change the layout of those blocks, So that's one way to do it. Again, not ideal in my opinion. I think ideally it would be, oh, I'm on desktop. This is how I want all of these things to lay out on desktop. Oh, I'm on mobile. This is how I want these things to lay out on mobile. But there's plenty of stuff there that you can do if you know how to do it. So we will work on the next live stream. We'll just build more responsive stuff. We'll go over best practices and all of the updates we've implemented as well. So I think Nabil would like that. So, but yeah, I would build everything. If you're going to build responsively, I would start on desktop instead of mobile. It's a little easier. You start with a row, right? Typically, you have things that are lined up horizontally. So start with a row instead of a column. In mobile, you start with a column because everything's going to stack vertically more or less. So there's a slight difference there. And then you add your column with your main content. You add a column with or a container for your navigation. You add maybe another column or container for additional content on a desktop screen, things like that. So
Nice. I gotta fix one thing I just realized. So
you're good. You're good.
I'm going back. It started with the recording button showing.
Gotcha.
And that's because I flipped the conditional
Conditional builder.
visibility
Yeah.
logic where is recording was showing the mic button.
Yep.
So let me
I did that yesterday when I was building out that little like structure for that use case. Yeah, totally did it opposite. I was like, oh, easy fix.
that's funny. One good question that I saw was, well, there's two. Any tricks to decrease loading time for web apps? That one is a classic question.
Yep.
I would recommend right-clicking, opening the developer tools if you're using like Chrome or something similar, going to the network tab and watch all of the things that load. You'll be able to see the order in which everything is loading. And so that will reveal potential things within your web app that are causing a long delay, right? For example, if you have custom fonts, right?
Yep.
Custom fonts load before the main like app. So, for one example, I have an app that has probably 25 custom fonts and it loads everything, then loads all the fonts, then loads and then the app is visible. So
Yep.
that's an example of like just it could be an image that you're showcasing, it could be a multitude of things, but I would say go to the network tab and that's a good way to debug a little bit
Yep.
for sure.
Yeah, totally. And caching data, right? Like caching some of your data is going to
Oh,
be important. Not having 40 backend calls on your page
yeah.
is important. Um, Doing doc references when possible, instead of just backend queries, or like doing a single time instead of a stream on those things. So there's a lot, and I've been impressed with web loading times for web apps that I've used in FlutterFlow. Like in the last 3 months, I've
Yeah.
noticed a distinct increase in performance, which has been fun with real data. Not just
Yeah.
like apps we've built for clients and shipped. It's like, oh, like your admin panel is working really well, actually. Like, wow.
Nice.
So
Yeah. Nice. All right.
yeah,
Still waiting for I did a web publish because test mode, pretty sure there's not the permission to record audio.
yeah,
Um,
yep. You're right.
it's a cloud instance. So
Yep.
let me open up the page and see here.
And then Pathology Bazaar really wants to know if there's a way to set custom filters for Algolia.
There is. Go to YouTube, search for Algolia FlutterFlow. There should be a video by Algolia from John.
Yeah.
John, you don't know John. John's head of education, makes the majority of our
Head
YouTube
of
videos.
fun. Head of fun as
Um,
well.
yeah, and he has a video where he goes through a multitude of different ways to use Algolia. One of those is via a custom action, and it's
Yep.
actually fantastic. I've used it for multiple projects where you can filter by a ton of different options. So would recommend looking at that. We're probably going to work on upgrading the Algolia package at some point because Algolia actually just recently updated their Flutter package. So, all right, let me share my screen here. All right, here we go. Knock on wood. First time.
All right. All right.
Second
Let's share it. Let's share it.
time.
All right.
Don't
Beautiful.
worry about this. We'll see how
Fab.
it goes. I've never done this before, so
That's the best.
all right. Testing 1, 2, 3. My name is Will. Oh, I should have done Hello World.
Yeah. Yeah.
Failed the first I'm gonna be interested. It might not have recorded the audio because I had to give it permission off the top.
Yeah.
Let's check. Hold on. Let's see what happened here. Console.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I didn't get a failed option. Okay, hold on. Let me try that again. All right. Hello world. Nice. Okay, so we're getting a issue 403 forbidden
Okay.
upload.
Maybe API keys.
Could be. Let me check. Could be. Yeah. Do I need it? Maybe I need to make it. Oh, do I need to make it private? Do I need to deploy it as a private API?
Oh man, that's a good question.
Let me try
Some
that.
of them have sort of switched. Yeah, some of
Yeah,
them have switched that way.
because it could be. I'm just going to look at speech to text. Whisper model, multi-part. We're passing this multi-part. We're passing the URL as a post request, and
Yeah, somebody's asking if we can use enums and drop downs. Yeah, man, this is the design live stream. We don't know what enums are, so chill with that. No, I'm just
yes,
teasing.
I believe you can.
Yeah, or it's at least coming. They've mentioned that. The dev team has mentioned allowing that. So
Okay. All right, hold on here. I'm gonna be. I'm updating or I'm deploying it to as a private API.
cool. That's perfect.
Good.
Yep. And for those that are joining or don't know what we're doing, we are building out Whisper API in a FlutterFlow app where you have the ability to record audio and send that audio off to the API and then receive back a transcription.
Oh, um,
That's the goal.
I know what the issue is.
Perfect. I love it when that happens.
Auth page.
Oh,
We have
yeah.
no ability to. We have no ability to.
Utilize one of the flows. Just utilize one of the flows. Just say boom, profile flow. Ba-da-ba-bam. So
So funny. All right,
that
I
makes
have.
sense.
I enabled anonymous auth.
Perfect.
So hold on, let's do that. We were so focused on the audio widget, we actually didn't do the
Yeah.
pre-setup stuff, which was
Yep.
like
Yeah, exactly.
authentication
And
and all that.
that's all development, right? Like I was saying earlier, like somebody sent me a screenshot of like a workout, like a weekly workout that he just wanted to like, tap a date or something, to
Mhm.
tap one of the cells of the 7 days and add a workout. I was like, oh yeah, it's easy. You should just do this. And I got into building it. I was like, oh my gosh, this is a headache and a half. Like, wow. Like there's so much structure you have to build in
Got it.
place, right?
Yeah,
Like that's life though. Like that is the way development works. It's not just
yeah,
it's just
you're right.
simple. It's like, okay, yeah, build the structure in place in order to make this work. So it's a multi-step process.
Big time.
And typically people fall off at the first step and say, no, it's not possible.
Yeah,
Well, it is. You just have to do a little bit more. So
yeah. All right, I'm deploying our Firestore rules, and I'm also going to upgrade.
ooh, this one's a really good question. I just did this yesterday.
Okay.
All right. How can you create multiple records in Firebase making a simple action? So, two different ways you can do this. We now allow you to create multiple actions, right? Or multiple create documents or update documents in a single action, which is
Mhm.
new. What I did yesterday was I created a loop for a create action,
Yes.
and that was superb. So I'll showcase that, and basically my action creates 7 documents. It is for that week view, right? Like I wanted to create a week, and so each week has 7 workout days, but I had to have documents associated with those 7 workout days. So when I create a week, it automatically creates 7 uh, documents for days, and then you have the ability, and it's just through a loop, which is cool. So yeah, but we'll
Yeah,
we'll get to that.
this is great. We got 60 people, almost 60
Yeah.
people on the live stream. That's pretty good.
Yep.
As This is pretty good learning here.
I think so. I mean, I'm going to utilize this. So everything you're doing, I'm definitely utilizing it. So we'll get
All
a
right,
flow. We'll get a Whisper API flow
we're
done.
almost done publishing here. Yeah, what a funny hiccup that we
Yep.
didn't realize.
Yep.
Mhm.
Somebody's asking if a FlutterFlow beginner can get help. There is a FlutterFlow community. There's a community tab in your dashboard. If you just click that, you can join. Hopefully, you can join. And there's a very active community on. Yeah, very active community there. So
Okay. Let's see what happens here. Again. Amazing. All right. Let me share my screen again.
Yeah.
Now that we've successfully set up the auth. Oh, I couldn't actually see my developer tools. I was sharing my developer tools to look at the console logs to see what was going on.
Yep.
Okay, so here we are. I already went through, I just added a button on the page that said login, and it did anonymous auth and took me here. Super basic stuff.
Cool.
So let's try it now. Hello world. Okay. Oh,
Success.
All right, now we're getting a call failed, a 400 bad request. What would the bad request be?
Man, this guy, Nick and Alina De La Torre. I don't know. We don't have any. If you have that, so device rotation rather than just responsive, we haven't had many requests for it. So I'm sure that we could provide it. There is a developer on the live stream right now, so just request it. See how many people want that to happen. So
I think it's a
Anderson, this one's really easy, but it's there's a lot of questions about database structure that you would have to answer or provide in order for us to help you with this question. But essentially, you can just set a open date and a close, like an open time and a close time for your restaurant in your database, and then you could showcase that to your users in some way. So.
Uploaded audio. I'm just checking all the connections too, because it was passing. It was saying we had yeah, hold on. Let me redeploy this. It was saying we had a post request error code 400. So testing 1, 2, 3. I'm wondering if we're still having issues with. Let me check. If
It's all good.
Audio isn't being passed or what's going on. Hold on, I'll stop sharing as we. Let me make sure the audio path is being passed here.
Yeah, that's what Shovik was wondering. He was like, "Is it even being saved to Firebase?" So, so what we're doing is we're recording an audio, and then we're saving that audio to Firebase, and then we're passing that URL or the bytes. We're passing the bytes from Firebase to Whisper, right? And then it's returning a transcript of the audio file. Cool.
So checking the request here, post request, transcript. Where's the body? Okay, so we are passing the file. Let me make sure the file is accessible. Let's do this here. Could have been related to my invalid HTTP method / URL pair. Oh. What? Okay, it might be related to how I'm storing the data.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking at right now.
Cool.
Yeah, we're getting I'm getting invalid HTTP method / URL pair for the uploaded file. So I'm wondering if it's a.
Does it need an audio file or does it need bytes?
Needs the audio file path. And when I pass, I can't even access the. What I'm looking at is, from a debugging perspective, I can't even access my own Firebase audio file. Oh, okay, that worked.
Yeah.
So the returned URL that was passed into the the return URL that's being passed into the API is giving me a invalid HTTP method URL pair. However, when I access the path directly, that might be a Firebase issue. I'm looking into it now because we have everything set up properly.
Yeah.
It's just the actual audio path that I'm passing to the AI is the issue. So trying to
Yeah, people were wondering if you could share your screen.
Yes, I will switch here. Hold on one second. So what I'm looking at, I have like so many tabs. So hold on here.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Sorry, I'm going to answer a question.
Please do.
Yeah, Nick and Alina, they want to know about device rotation because they want a video to go full screen. This is mainly just limitations of our video player. We just scoped a V1 of our video player. So you'll have, but Carol created a custom widget that is a video player that was probably more beneficial. You can actually pass in actions and stuff. So that may be a better way to do it, but you probably could accomplish a full screen video on mobile and then not on desktop. There's just some workarounds again that you'd have to implement, and I don't really have a good answer for you, Nick and Alina.
Okay, so from a non-development background, here is the issue that we're facing.
Cool.
And I will share this.
Yep.
I'm going to share my FlutterFlow editor and put some notes in there.
Okay.
So we have what we are passing in. Okay, here, hold on one second. Okay. So what's happening right now is that we have a URL that is uploaded in Firebase. For example, this is the URL. So let me copy it from Firebase. And this is working. If I were to go to this link, you would hear my wonderful voice, right? and that
cool.
is working. So we're getting this audio URL. If I go to Firebase directly to the uploads. However, when I look at the payload that is being passed to the API and I copy the payload that's being passed, it looks different, actually. It has, hold on one second. Let me copy the value. This is the URL that we're getting here. Parse. I will literally copy the entire thing.
Okay.
This is the payload that we're passing. Oh, it's not where we're passing. Copy value. This is the URL that's being passed in the API. So what's the difference here? The difference seems to be that in the URL that Firebase provides, the backslashes aren't being added. See that?
Yeah.
Like after users, the percent to F is being converted into the backslash due to encoding issues. So this is the one that's coming from Firebase, right? And this is the one that is being passed into our API.
Gotcha. So
this file specifically is not accessible because it's not a appropriate path, right? Whereas this is accessible for some reason if I type that in directly. What I'm noticing. See?
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
So,
Interesting.
I don't know. It could be an encoding issue, actually.
Okay.
What's being Oh, I'm gonna have to get rid of that auth key here in a second. But what's happening here?
We could, yeah. Carol was saying maybe add a custom function to convert the URL, maybe.
Yeah, we could do that. Convert the slashes into colon or %2f.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough because I have to do it after users, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know if I have time to complete it today.
It's okay.
Yeah,
We'll work on this.
I have to write the custom function. But this is
Yeah.
actually something good to debug because again, like you
First
might
time.
face encoding issues,
Yep.
and that's what we're facing here is the URL directly from Firebase. When we passing it into the multi-part API is being
Converted.
converted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Makes sense.
So
But I'm sure, well, I'll put together maybe a flow of just like uploading a URL or audio URL to Firebase, and we'll talk about that. We
nice.
have 4 minutes. I'll go over the loop action to create action. And yeah, we'll take up the last 4 minutes with that. So, all right. So somebody had asked in the chat about how to create a multiple actions.
Mhm.
And I had a user reach out to me this week about how to create something similar to this, where you have like weeks and you have days, and then on these days you could add a workout here. So I'll show you what the finished product looks like here. So here, hey. Oh, I was doing test mode the whole time. Oh, cuss, dude. All right, we'll deploy that and maybe run a test mode. Okay, well, I'll go through this. So what we have here, and when I create this workout, I'm essentially creating a document, right? I'm creating a document of a week. So I'm creating a week, so a row here, and then I'm also creating 7 other documents that are workout days. So this is my my schema, okay, for my database. So I have a weekly workout. So this weekly workout is that row. It has like a week number, a document reference, which is pertains to me, created on, and then a list of workouts. Okay, this list of workouts will be 7, and then these are my workouts. There's day
I'm gonna
number.
I'm gonna maximize your screen as well. It's a little hard to read the
Totally.
numbers, just so you
Yep.
know.
Workout title, some notes, right? Create a date and then workout amount. This is unnecessary, but yeah. So workout title is really what we want to add. We want to add and edit that. So when I come back here and I add this workout, I'm going to add a row, and then I'm also doing a loop action to create the 7 days. So this is my action here. I have create document, which is the weekly workout. I'm doing the week number from a code expression. I have a backend query there that tells me how many weeks there are. And then I'm doing a code expression to say +1. So get current number of weeks. If 0, then, add +1. Created on, and then that. And then I'm passing this created weekly, right? Created week, maybe. That would actually be a better name. But I'm passing this as an action output. This loop action, this loop is going to fire off until the number of items in the workout lists for that weekly workout equals 7. So number of list items less than or equal to 7. So it's just going to fire off until it hits this condition. And then I'm going to create the workout, the day number, workout number, and then create it on. So there. And then I'm going to update. So then I'm doing this. So creating a workout and then updating this workout. So I'm adding this to the workout list. Boom. So it's just going to continually update. So it's going to create a document, and then update the other document. Now, we could do it separately. We could just have a doc reference here from workout to this. That would be easier, right? Maybe you don't have the list of you don't have the list of workouts here, but you do have the reference, and you don't have to do a create and update. So 14 actions in one, but it's going to do that. And then we're going to update the page state, I think. Yeah, we're going to set out workout number to 1. Cool. All right. So let's see, I have a test mode up and running. So I'll show you what that looks like here. And I'll show you that loop action at work. So if we come over here, we have this each week, and we can just add a workout. And then it's going to add, as you can see, it's adding those up here. So it's adding the 7 days. And then you can come in here and you can click this. You can say 15K, and then it's going to adjust there. So you can now add updates to each of these. Boom, 6K. And I have a conditional builder here to say, if this is set, if the workout title is set, show this container. If not, show an empty container with rest. So, and then there's still some work, like this loop action doesn't stop. It just continues to go. So I'm only able to do that, create week once. I tried to sort of do a page load afterwards. But what I'm going to do is set a condition at the end, I think. But so those are 2 ways. So I tried to explain this quickly. But also somebody had asked how to create multiple actions, do a loop action, set a condition when you want that action to stop. And then, you're good. So cool.
I think I'm praying that I'll be able to reshare my screen in a moment and see if it works, because
cool.
I think I might have been able to fix it.
Okay.
Of course, I'm speaking way too soon, and then we're going to try it, and it's not going to work. But we have a shot.
Yep, good.
I think the issue was, first off, I realized I didn't look at the Node or Python. Like, I was looking at the curl documentation. And so there was a great comment in the chat, actually. I can't remember who mentioned it, but said, obviously, the encoding is going to be off because of the way I'm passing it. Great point. Also, I don't know if I actually needed to do multi-part. I think I could just do a JSON and pass the file URL. We're going to give it a shot. One last try. If not, then I'll try to finish this up and share it on Twitter. I'm sure maybe we can make it a marketplace clone too. That way everyone can just clone.
We'll try to create a flow of it, because you can do that, right? Like we can, when we create flows, it'll be API. It'll be API, all of those rules. Yeah. And so people can just add it, just like ChatGPT, to their apps like that. There are a number of questions about flows. Give me 1 second to just, I'll share your screen and then I'll try to answer those. So
we'll see what happens here. Right. Well, everyone cross your fingers. Let's see if it works here. FlutterFlow. Actually, I'll just say this is going to work. That's all.
Boom. Manifest it.
No, it didn't work. No. We tried.
It's okay.
See what happens.
We'll get it. I mean, it's a pretty complex use case to get working for the first time on a live stream. So thank you for being willing to work on this. I think it's helpful, right? Like it's good. We tried it. Well, like you said, you'll post it on Twitter when it's there. Questions about flows. So more flows are coming. Whenever you guys request them, let us know what you want us to build. We can build them and launch them whenever. Custom flows are coming as well. So custom flows that you guys can build and share between projects. That will be sort of enterprisey or team related. So you will have to have a pro team plan, because that's the point, is that you're collaborating, you're building out things for a team, and you're sharing them. And everything else you can basically do with projects. So let's see, custom flows. I mean, you can share flows to the marketplace though. So you will be able to eventually create a flow and add it to the marketplace, and then be able to continually add those to your projects whenever. So yeah, those are some updates. This was week 1, live stream 1, and maybe in 2024 we just go from average 35 to average 60. We're just gonna keep this energy. Next week we'll go over responsive stuff. So lots of questions about responsive building in FlutterFlow. It's been a while since we've done an actual build, a responsive build in FlutterFlow. So we've been focusing on numerous things. But yeah, we'll just do that. We'll do that next week. We'll go over best practices. We'll go over how to create very robust applications, maybe multi-page applications. So yeah, it'll be fun. So cool. Thank you so much, Will. This was excellent. I'm looking forward. Yeah. I'm looking forward to whenever you finish it. We'll put it out there soon. Yeah, it'll be awesome. I can't wait for this. So I'm gonna try my hand. At it as well. So, all right, dude. I'll see you. Thank you all so much for joining. Great comments. And have a good rest of your week in 2024.
Thanks, everybody.